So the second part of our Easter trip involved travelling up from Cullulleraine up to Broken Hill. Our first stop was Wentworth, where we got to see the confluence of the Murray and Darling rivers. We also went out and checked out one of the locks. A couple of boats came through while we were there, so that was a bit of a bonus. Then we drove the rest of the way up to Broken Hill. We stayed at the Broken Hill Outback Resort, which was a pretty good spot. A little way out of Broken Hill, but it had very good facilities. We had a couple of nice powered sites. The kitchen was pretty good, and there was even somewhere to sit and have coffee, freshly made for you at the coffee shop. Broken Hill is a mining town, so one of the things we did was have a good look around some of the mining areas. This is the Miners' Memorial, which is well worth a visit if you go to Broken Hill. It's not all mining, of course. There's the hotel where Priscilla, Queen of the Desert was filmed, and there's a fair bit of art. There's the desert sculptures, there's Pro Heart, and a bunch of other art areas. We also had a trip out to Silverton, which is a great old town where some of the mining used to occur. Then we took a road trip down to Menindee. Fair bit of red dirt out there. Anyway, the red dirt was a bit of a side trip, so we got back on the main road soon enough and headed down towards Menindee, hoping to see a little bit of water in the lake. Unfortunately, that was not to be. In fact, there had been that much rain recently that it was enough to close the entrance to the national park area, but not enough to have any visible water in the lake. So we went back into Menindee, we had some lunch there and then had a bit of a walk around town. This was the closest we got to the lake at Menindee. As you can see, there's a little bit of water, but not a whole lot. So it was back to the Broken Hill Outback Resort for our last night before we headed back home. Our last day was the trip from Broken Hill back to Sydney, about 1102k, and we left Broken Hill about 8ish in the morning and got back to Sydney just after midnight. It was a long day. We were surprised by the amount of goats on the side of the road. We saw more goats than we saw kangaroos. But the Pajero behaved really well. Pulled the trailer with no problems, and we got home pretty much in one piece. We did stop a lot for diesel. But overall it was a great trip. We thoroughly enjoyed it, and we're certainly looking forward to the next one.